guys, and welcome to my channel, Cricket Broadcast. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm also doing well. Guys, today I want to talk about, the bats that, the international cricketers use. So I found this really interesting articles that I thought, I should share with you guys. So 5 heaviest bats used by international cricketers. So, when we watch cricket, we often tend to ignore, the importance of bats in the performance of the player, because um, some players like to play with heavy bats, some player like to play with moderately or medium weight bats, and some players are more comfortable with lightweighted bats. It just depends. It's just personal preference and their individual style of play, but we often give more importance to the highlights, or the number of runs scored, number of centuries scored, and so on and so forth. But today this was a very interesting article that I found, so I thought I should share with you guys. So the first heaviest uh, bat that I want to talk about is Gray Nichols Kaboom, that was used by David Warner. As you all know, David Warner is the opening batsman for Australia in both one-day internationals and Test cricket, as well as T20 internationals. He's a left-handed batsman. Scored 20 plus centuries in Test cricket. Amazing player to watch. He was actually known as pocket-sized dynamo because of his explosive hittings, and uh, he used to use the Gray Nichols bat, and I until I read this article, I did not knew that this bat that David Warner carried actually weighed 1.24 kilograms, as it's mentioned here. So, and because the way he bats is very what you can say is an explosive type of hitting. So I think it suits his style of play, because he likes to hit the ball from the meat of the bat, from like the perfect location of the bat. And if the bat is heavy with like more willow, then it actually helps for the ball to travel longer distances, especially while you hit sixes. So this was the first pick that I saw about David Warner. The second one is about MS Dhoni, Spartan bat. So as you all know, MS Dhoni, wonderful cricketer, great human being, and former captain of Indian cricket team. He also captains Chennai Super Kings in the IPL currently. Earlier he used to bat with Reebok back in 2007 2008, but then right now he is actually paired up with, I think he used to use a Seat bat after that. I don't exactly remember, but right now he uses a Spartan bat. And MS Dhoni is known as a finisher. He is somebody who can hit big shots, big sixes, take the game away from the opposition. There were many instances, not just at the international level, but also at like IPL level, that he came to bat in tense situations where the team needed to score a lot of runs in less number of balls, and he was still able to pull it off. And the way he does that is generally, of course, there's no doubt on his batting skills, but his bat actually helps him a lot, especially in scoring free shots. So he's very powerful in the very famous helicopter shot, and he scores that with, in that's a kind of a shot that needs a lot of power. And even though he's a powerful guy, but I think his Spartan bat assists or helps him out a lot in scoring those big runs. Another thing is he also scores a lot of runs. He also plays um, pull shots, and that also needs a lot of power. And he generally doesn't. He likes to stay on the grease and hit sixes and hit boundaries. So and not like generally take a step ahead and then hit the ball. So that requires a lot of power. So I think the Spartan bat helps him out a lot. The third bat I want to talk about is Virendra Sehwag. So Sehwag was one of the most entertaining opening batsmen to have ever played the game. A unique thing about his style of play was he used to play exactly the same way in pretty much any kind of format. That was his unique talent. That's exactly why he was so much fun to watch. And because his style of play was again very explosive, a heavier bat always assisted him. And um, the his bat weighed as much as 1.35 kilograms, and with this bat, on any given day he could take any opposition, uh, you know, um, off the hook. He was such an explosive batsman to play, and he's actually one of the guys who scored uh, uh, multiple triple centuries for India. I still remember his triple century against Pakistan. I think it was in Multan. Oh my gosh, what a performance! I mean, he just uh, butchered the Pakistani bowlers. He played really well in that inning, and I'm sure his bat assisted him a lot. The number four I want to talk about is Chris Gayle. I mean, he's not a this guy doesn't need any introduction. Very famous person. He played for West Indies for a very long time, but his actual attention started after the 2007 World Cup. Like, I remember the opening game of the 2007 World Cup. I think he scored a century against South Africa. So, and then he was picked up in the IPL, and then he started scoring centuries in IPL. He actually scored 175 runs individually in IPL. That's still the highest score by an individual player, in an IPL inning. He represented Kolkata Knight Riders initially, and then Royal Challengers Bangalore, and now he plays for Kings 11 Punjab. And he also uses the Spartan bat, and he's a big guy, and I always knew he used heavy pad, but I wasn't aware of the actually how much his bat weighted. His bat weighed around 1.36 kilograms, a pretty heavy bat, and he uses that. I mean, even though he's so tall that the bat doesn't look like really big in his hands, but he was very skillful in using that bat. He played pull shots really well. He played sixes. He scored sixes, especially in the long on long off area, and also deep mid wicket. He used to play a lot of pull shots, especially for short balls. He was very successful at that. So I'm sure his bat helped him a lot in converting deliveries which could have been fours but ended up being sixes. The last bat I want to talk about is Sachin Tendulkar's. It's the MRF for Adidas. So, I mean, he's a legendary Indian batsman. So, world-class cricketer, one of the top batsmen to have ever played the game of cricket. So he had a long collaboration with MRF. He used to bring the MRF bat. I mean, this is always known to people that his bat was like really heavy. He used MRF for a long time, but then he switched to Adidas before he retired, and both of them were like really pretty looking bats, very beautiful, and he made full use of it because he was somebody who was who used to play shots pretty much on all sides of the ground. He was strong on the offside, strong on the leg side. He could also score some big sixes, and um, because he was short, I think a heavier bat actually helped him in scoring on difficult deliveries. So so this is the article that I want to talk to you guys about, the 5 heaviest bats used by the cricketers. So if you like the video, hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share your comments. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.